Is there a child in here that we heard crying before?
That was like a whistle. Yeah.
Ghost Dimension. Well, good day, everyone, and welcome to today's fun spiritual insights. I am going to, first of all, I'm sorry, I'm kind of lost today. My brain is a little fogged. I'm going to light, which I just did, my tobacco candle, which is offering and creating a safe space. And while oh, look, I now am see-through again. There you go. I am going to talk a little bit while people are coming in. I'm going to say hi to everybody, first of all, and thank you for joining me today and spending time with me here today and being part of the Ghost Dimension family. I spoke a little bit through Messenger today with Dan, and he brought up a question that was actually being brought up to me through many different people in Messenger and my website actually as well. And I thought before I got into some readings, I would talk just a couple minutes about it. And that is, how do you know what stones or gems or crystals are calling you, and what can I use to protect? And excuse me, one of the things that I wanted to just mention, Smeg mug, yay, Ghost Dimension shop, get your mugs of the month and such. One of the things I wanted to mention was that even though stones, crystals, and gems have traditional purposes and are utilized by many people for traditional purposes, it doesn't mean in the realm or scope of things that certain crystals, gems, stones can't be utilized for individuals for other things, such as clear quartz, or I have for years been gifted and have picked up over the years various bears, because that's obviously one of my totems, my main totem. And like, this is actually made of black jet, and this is a big protection stone for me. I have other ones, totems. This is green adventurine, and this is also a lovely stone. And these stones are all called to me for various purposes, and it doesn't necessarily mean the purpose that you'll find in a book or a website or a gemology place that has a definition of what these stones do, because they will vibrate to your own personality. This is one of the stones that I utilize when I read. Sometimes I'll hold it in my hand, and it's a smoky quartz geo black, and it's natural, but it's also been cut on one side. I have garnet, which is a great big raw stone for me that I used, and it's not a cut piece of garnet, but I utilize that a lot as well. Selenite, which I was drawn to from the time I was young, it comes in many different forms, and this is actually a flat piece of it, but I've carried this for years and years. I mean, I'm talking like in my 20s, and I'm 60 now, and this actually supports spinal health and chakra health. But I was drawn to it, didn't know at the time what it was. So it doesn't really matter. You know, tiger eye is another one. You know, I have various different pieces of tiger eye, including some bears that are tiger eye. So it doesn't really matter specifically all the time, It's about what you're drawn to and what feels good to you. So if you ever need help or assistance, Carrie Greenaway, who's on my pages, and she does soul and holy crow, I can't remember right now. My mind just went blank. Anyway, I'll post the link in group, and she does crystals. She's over in the UK. I get a lot of my current supply from her. I used to get them here in the US, but I've been out of that game for a long time. I don't have my studio anymore in town. So I trust her, and she's very, very knowledgeable and comes from good source. Bex and Sean, I've sent some stuff from her over to them as well. And there's many people here in the GD family. So, you know, if you're looking for something, you know, there is the traditional, you know, pieces like black tourmaline, you know, that protects, and, you know, citrine. This is just a small example of a citrine kit crystal, which is orange and dark umber almost. That will, and I also use these in creations and pieces that I make, that it's actually a scientific proven thing that it repels negativity and brings in positive. So, you know, there's different things for everybody, and just use what it is that you feel positive with. You know, make sure you cleanse them when you get them. This is a carnelian piece, a skull that I got from Carrie Greenaway. It's got amazing energy. She's just, oh, I just love this piece. And then I have a bigger piece that, of course, is the crystal quartz skull, which is much bigger, that I also got from Carrie. But they're just, you know, you utilize them as you see fit, and you need to. There's no right or wrong. You know, people can kind of tell you different things about stones, crystals, how they, you know, protect, or how spirit is around them, or some draw spirit in and some repel. But remember, a lot of it is based on opinion. It's based on what we've done work with. So we can suggest things, but you have to be able to trust yourself in order to kind of get what works the best for you, if that makes sense. So with that said, I just thought I'd say a little bit. I hope, by the way, that Sean is resting and has an ice pack on his head tonight. I heard he went in for his procedure. That's why they weren't on this morning. They're all fine. Bex went to the beach, and I'm totally jealous of warm weather, because we actually had snow again today. So yeah, there's that. So okay, hi Demon, how are you? I am actually going to pull a card for you first, and then I will work down the way. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so today, the card that I actually have show up today in the 7th place for you is the Red Tail Hawk, which is an awesome card. Awesome card. When the hawk shows up during readings, there's different messages from it, but within my culture, the hawk is one of the birds, along with the eagle, that is held as sacred. And what I'm getting with you is they're actually showing me a single hawk feather. So yeah. Okay, so I am hearing that there are going to be blessings that are coming to you, and with a single feather. And you have to understand, feathers are, again, also something that's very sacred within my culture. And actually, you have to have permits to be able to hold a red tail hawk or an eagle feather. So this is very important for you, because this is a blessing that is going to be a big deal for you. and they're using it, and this is what we use it for. We use feathers to fan smudge or sage that we burn as a blessing or a cleansing or for ritual. Okay, Pip, I hear you, and I'm sure they hear you too. She's all excited, so because I'm talking about feathers. But this is like a huge blessing that's coming your way, and it's something they're telling me that you've been waiting for. So know that prayers, wants, wishes, needs have all been kind of heard, and this is the response to it. I'm also being told as they're smudging it, and I'm kind of centering on your energy, they're actually putting the smudge or the sage, the white sage, tobacco, lavender that's being burned around you in a protective circle. And it's almost as if to say they're keeping out, and I'm seeing the hands going to the sides where they're keeping out negativity, they're keeping out things that no longer serve you or would interfere with, the word I'm hearing is interfere with things that you need to happen. And I am hearing need to happen. So yeah, you've got many blessings coming. Don't lose faith, because they are coming and they're actually very close to happening. And once they do, this is like something again that is like really been important to you for a while, something you've been trying to accomplish. Well, it's like it's almost there. It's like, ooh, like a fraction. They're showing me like a fraction of light through a crystal, and it's pinpointing and sending a prism out of color, which means balance. Okay, when you see a prism of color, it's almost like the chakras, so everything's lining up for you. So many blessings are coming your way. Stay positive, stay focused, and don't lose faith. All right, so that is your card today, the red tail hawk. All right, so hi Claire, how are you? Hi Dan. I am gonna go down a little bit today here. Dan is here, obviously. Demon, Claire, you guys got in early. Hi, Deanna May. Oh yeah, you know, that reminds me. I kind of looked at where the packages were that I sent out from the US to you guys, and they're still circling somewhere in New York, so be patient. They are on their way. I have sent them out, but because of the pandemic, things are very slow, as actually Jillian Brown and probably Julie Gibbard Nana Juju can probably attest to, because I've sent stuff over to them, and Jillian's took actually 5 months to get there, which is like not typical, but it went around from Canada to New York to Chicago to Canada, New York, Chicago. So please know, I have sent them out. They will be getting to you. And obviously, you know, Spirit has things in mind. They'll get there when you actually need them. All right. So hi, Lisa. How are you? Okay. Okay. Hi, Claire. How are you? Hi, Adam. What's up, Adam? Are you not working tonight? I'm glad you're here. I haven't seen you in a while at one of mine, I don't believe. Okay, Claire, let's see what I've got for you, ma'am, today. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Scorch the earth. I've got the elemental of fire for you. And what I'm getting for you is a hoop, a sacred hoop. Okay, hang on, let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so the medicine wheel, right? And I've actually been working on some small ones for somebody that has grandbabies, little grandbabies, and I'm going to be sending these out for them. But the hoop we create. Okay, the hoop is also what blocks out positives, or to come in, and it blocks the negatives from coming in and hitting us, so they catch on the hoop, right? So the sacred hoop is what we hold near and dear to us. And what I'm being shown with the elemental of fire is that you need to clean out your sacred hoop. Like, you need to go through kind of like a spring cleaning. You have to go through what you've been holding there. And it's not that what was holding there, you had been holding there, wasn't any good, but it's outlived its purpose. So what I'm being shown is the elemental of fire to kind of get you into a forward moving motion, or as I like to say, a fire under our butt. That's not the words I use, but I will for here, to get moving in the proper direction, to get things done, to don't procrastinate. And once you go in and you clean out all this stuff, you've learned lessons from, or it was put there a long time ago and you just haven't really paid attention, but it doesn't really serve what you're doing right now, or serve as a positive, and you clean it out. So once you do all that, and fire is a cleansing, right? Fire, it's like, okay, yep. Okay, like when they do what we call controlled burns here in Michigan, in the forest that's near me, they do controlled burns to clean out what we call scrub or scrap, and it cleans out all the garbage trees that are dead or that are like at their peak. And what it does is it takes them all down, they control the burn area, and it cleans it out for new growth. So this is what I'm being shown for you. You have to literally kind of clean out that proverbial closet, that your things that you've been carrying around with you, and just let go of the things that you're done with, that you've learned from, so that the new things can come in. And Claire, that's your card today, is the elemental of fire. Okay, so woohoo, let me go down. Hi, Adam. How are you? Like I said, it's nice to see you here. How awesome. Deanna, you were driving? Oh, you have a driving lesson. Geez, I remember that. Boy, I'm really old, I guess. All right. Hi, Mel. How are you today? Okay. Oh, I just lost the plot. Hang on, I gotta go all the way back up. All right. Okay, hi. Emily, hi, Nathan. Hi, Joanne Garnett. How are you? Hi, Carrie Blackmore. Ooh. Yeah, Tina, you can say hi to Pip. Pip's pretty good. Tina, if I'm not mistaken, you had asked last week for a card, and I think I missed you, and I think I said I would pull one for you. So, Tina, I am going to pull a card for you right now because Spirit's nudging me to do that, and I think I will do that. Yeah, if I'm all over the map today, it's because my head is floating and Spirit's with me heavy today for whatever reason. Probably from about 2 hours ago. It was pretty crazy. So hang on one second here, Miss Tina Pine. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and don't forget, guys, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the GD Family's shows that are here and over on Facebook. Share it too if you can. Love to have you do that. And Tina, your card today, and I'm getting a sense of what's going on today as well, because there's always a plan and a plot to line up to. And your card is the Scarab. So sort of like the elemental of fire. Scarab represents cleansing and cleaning out, and kind of like things that you've carried. I'm getting really loud. Things that you've been carrying for years and years and years and years, and you don't even, almost because it's there, you don't even realize that you're carrying it anymore. And this is kind of like, what it does is it becomes pattern. But we drag so much stuff. Like if we look to yesterday or even 5 minutes ago, we can't change what happened to that time period, or we can't change the outcome from 5 minutes ago. However, we can learn from it and change our behavior, our actions, our reactions moving forward. So we learn from that, right? So what I'm being shown for you right now is that you need to clean out and kind of really do a deep dive of the things that are kind of that you're hanging on to. And all it's doing is mucking up stuff and creating like, well, scarabs. What they do is it's like the Egyptians used to use them and put them in with the mummification because, you know, they take care of the dead flesh. And by looking at this, the decay and things that no longer serve, you need to get rid of it. So it's kind of like do the cleansing, do the looking, and let it go. And I'm being told there's two things in particular that you've been holding on to for years and years and years. And by holding on, I mean you carry it with you, not just remember it or something you've learned from or something you look back to and say, oh yeah, this is something literally that you're carrying forward with you. And it's two things that you just need to let go. And once you do, you'll feel lighter, you'll feel unburdened, you'll feel a lot better. Okay, so that is your card of the day for today. And that is the scarab. So let it go. And I do sense a theme here today. So let's look over here. Sorry, I gotta put my glasses on. And I'm gonna go down a little bit. Hi Yoda, how are you? Oh, well, how about I pull one for you, Miss Francis or Francis? Yeah, you know, Francis, I am Benedito. I used to go to a school with a Benedito here in Michigan. That's an Italian name that I will never forget. All positive too. Okay, so Francis, let me see what. Yeah, you know, I don't know, the lives are kind of crazy sometimes, and they're changing a lot of things on all social media platforms. So sometimes things just don't get out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That one almost like lost it. So I will share that one with you too. So obviously you have 2 cards tonight, which has been happening on and off lately. So I'll give it to you. So, okay, so the first card that actually popped out, and you're not going to be able to see all of it, but it is actually a winged one. It's actually a bird in motion. It's actually an eagle in motion, and it's in the sky. So I apologize, but because I have a blue screen, the blue card background doesn't show, but it's the winged ones, okay? So the winged ones is the first card, and that represents all your wishes, your desires, your prayers, your things that you, your highest goals, the things you want to manifest, all the things that you're putting out to the universe. And the birds, the winged ones, which refers to the winged ones, are what carry this up to the universe to be heard. They carry it up to Creator God to be heard. And we want them answered, okay? So what I'm being told really loud for you right now is they have been heard and they're in the process of being answered, but you need to hold on for it a little bit longer. And it's, they keep saying toying with. It's something that you've been toying with, and because it hasn't really been a response as of yet that the universe has provided for you, at least clearly put there for you, you've kind of like put it on the back burner. So this is more of a want than a need, okay? However, they have heard it in your spirit family and the universe and Creator God and all the realms that are around us are working on it. So be patient, okay? The 7th card, and that was the card that popped out and threw out itself on the front, so on the desk. So the second card, or the first card, that is actually in the 7th place is the duck, okay? Now, what's interesting to me is the 2 cards, the winged ones and the duck, are both actually winged ones. So that kind of reiterates what the winged one card actually said. And the winged ones also can be like, if you believe in angels and the spirit that's around us, positives, everything's positive. Okay, so the duck comes up with the fact that you need to persevere, you need to keep moving forward with whatever this is. Don't put it to the wayside, because it's important that whatever this wish that you have that you put up there, or that prayer, that will be answered. It's important to you, thus it's important to them. So they're saying don't lose sight of it. It's not going to be an immediate response, because your spirit family and the universe, I have to line everything up. But what it is that you're looking for, the response will be coming, and it will be in a positive manner. So those are your cards. And like I said, you actually got 2 today. The winged ones, which flew out of the deck, and the 7th spot card, which is a duck, which is also a winged one. Okay, that's great. I love when, you know, those little things happen. Okay, so I hope, Francis, that made sense to you. Okay, all right. I had to put my glasses on because I've got to see, right? And I'm getting old, guys. Sure, Gavin, I would love to. Oh, Carrie Blackmore, you twisted your ankle and fell on your daughter's bunny rabbit? Man, I'll tell you what, I've had ankle issues all my life, and I hate when it's so embarrassing, right? It really is so embarrassing, especially, Carrie, you and I are like people that we don't like to be seen in a position like that of not being in control, or being clumsy, I guess would be the word. Okay. All right, Gavin, hang on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, your card for you today is grandfather's son. Okay. A lot of elementals showing up today. Grandfather's son. Okay, so again, what I'm getting for you as well, and there's a theme going on, is the burning off of the sun is very intense. The sun helps things grow. It warms our homes. It's heat. It represents light. It represents all positive things, right? But what I'm being shown for you, and if you can see on this card that I created right here, oops, gotta go the other way, right? Oops, no, I can't do it backwards. Anyway, this little spot right there, it's kind of poofing off the sun, okay? And that is about, again, getting rid of unwanted and unneeded things that are on the outside, not the inside for you, the outside of your sacred hoop, your sacred circle. Okay, and I'm being shown that there's a lot of kind of chaotic energy, negative energy, kind of floating around you. It's not inside, it's floating around you. So it's kind of like, stuff that wants to get at you, but it's not really working that way. And it's really trying hard to get in, but you're holding your ground really well. And you need to stand solid with that. And literally kind of push it away. So it's like, keep pushing it away, keep trying to stay positive, keep staying on that path. And it's like you've got also, Johnny Cash just came in and sang Ring of Fire, Ring of Fire, you know, that's so funny. But it's like Ring of Fire around you. So it's like, be very protective and very, very protective and very picky and choosy about who you have around you and the situations that you put yourself into. Be very careful with that, because you don't want the negative energy to come in. Okay. And if you stand strong and stand in your truth, you won't have a problem with that. And Gavin, that's your card today, is grandfather son. Okay. And I see, Natasha, you've come in here, but for whatever the reason, your device isn't connecting. I see you, but I don't see you. I just see that you're here. So kind of go back out and come back in, and I'll be happy to bring you in. So yeah, you have to allow them, StreamYard, give them access to whatever. And they don't get into your phone. They don't get into your computer. It's just being that I can see you and bring you here so you can be part of it. Okay. All right, and Yoda, sad news of Jim Steinman tonight. May he rest in peace. I agree. Prayers up for his family, and everything is good. Okay, all right. Well, that went down and up. Let me go down a little bit more. Hopefully, this won't like jump. I know, right? Sean's new hair. I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I wouldn't want all those needles in my head. That's just like, oh, I don't think I'd want it. Absolutely not. Would not want it. All right. Okay. Poor Sean. Painful. Francis, don't say poor Sean. He did it to himself. He wanted to have it done. I don't feel sorry for him. I'm happy for him if he is. Okay, I gave you 2. And Rob, thank you for your super sticker as well. And somebody else put one up there if I haven't got one yet. Hello, Ms. Rihanna George. Probably didn't see your comment, Deanna May. Chris Williams, I will pull you a card. You know, Chris, I was thinking about you the other night and wondering how you were, and here you are. Isn't that interesting? So, Chris, hang tight. Let's see. And let's see what I can give you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Interesting. I shuffled them. You saw me shuffle them or heard me shuffle them. Hang on, I get a drink. And it's interesting because, like I said, there's always a theme. Second time this card came up today, and it is the Scarab. And I am being told very loud right now that you need to restructure the constraints of your cycles. Okay, because what I'm seeing is there's these cycles and you keep putting yourself back into the same circular cycle. I work with energy, and circles are energy swirls. Excuse me. And circles are our life from beginning when we're born to when we pass. You know, we go through this continuous circle. And like if you look at older people, you know, we almost go back to that infant stage where we get older, we lose our hair, we, you know, get tinier, we get smaller, and our needs often become like what they were when we were small. So when I talk about circles or cycles with you, Chris, it's like you get away from the old cycles, and then what they're showing me is almost like you get away from it, but there's this thread that joins it. And as you're starting and beginning to create this new pattern for yourself, that string or that thread pulls you back to the old cycle again, and you wind up repeating. Hi, Natasha. Hi, Natalie. I see you. I'll bring you in a minute. Okay. So you're repeating these cycles over and over without actually changing. And what I'm being shown for you today is the Scarab card. You really have to do a house cleaning, like a deep dive house cleaning on yourself, to get rid of and change those patterns, those ways of thought. And once you do, and they're telling me that you need to be really super honest with yourself, but not in a way that beats yourself up, but really honest in how you've repeated certain things, and you need to clean it out. And by cleaning it out, you'll allow the new positive pattern to slip into, like a computer chip, to reprogram yourself into better things. And when people say, when we manifest things, when you put out positives come back to us, is very true. If we're always negative, always down, or we always say we feel like poop, or, you know, why aren't things good, or what have you. And you know, I've been caught in those cycles myself over the years. But when we put that out, that's what comes back. And I always tell people, be careful what you wish for. You have to be very specific. So what I'm being told is clean it out and reprogram. And it's like your way of life, your way of thought process, because you have the ability to be such a positive soul. And they're telling me what an amazing person you have the ability to be. But you tend to get yourself shadowed, is what they're saying. And you fall into these shadows because things don't always go the way we want them to. I've done it myself. So they're telling me to tell you, go in and clean that thought process out, and kind of, as hard as it is, put out positive thoughts. So if you believe it, you know, make it so, is basically what they're saying. You have the ability to do that. So clean it out and clean it up, and things might be pretty good for you in the future. But it's all choice. It's all about the programming. It's all about how we react to things. It's how we move forward through things, even the yucky stuff, even the crappy stuff. But you have the ability to change it, but it is up to you. That's what I'm being told. I love you, Chris, and I hope things get to where you want them to be. Okay. All right. So I am going to bring on Natalie. Hi, Miss Natalie. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I am okay. The UK, I hear, is really warm, where Sean and Bex is. Sean was, or Bex was actually on, I think, a beach today with the kids. So I'm sitting with snow and 37 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, I'm not really, you know, all that warm here. So, you know, but I'm pushing through it. All right. So let me see what I got for you today. And here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's funny because I looked at you, and the first thing I thought was, oh, she's blonde, strawberry blonde. I thought, wow, there's a lot of fire sitting there. So the card that I wound up pulling in the 7th spot today is Scorpio, which actually is representative of fire and passion, and like usually kind of a fiery personality. And what I'm being shown with you is there's something going on. Okay, there's a situation going on around you right now that's kind of affecting you a little bit. And what I'm being told is, don't let others people's view of what's going on taint what is the truth. Okay, does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so we can see things. Like if I take my glasses off, I can't see a lot, right? I look at stuff and I'm like incredibly, the older I get, like fuzzy focus more, and I do artwork, so I've used my eyes for a lot of years. So there's issues with my eyes because I'm getting older, right? But if I put my glasses on, I can see really clear, okay? So what I'm being told for you is, with the Scorpio card, okay, there's outside, the word they're using, outside influences, okay? So again, and for whatever reason today, they're telling me to use the hoop, okay? So when you look at, okay, hang on. You look at your sacred hoop. This is a hoop that I'm using that I'm putting together that I'm going to be constructing a dream catcher for, okay? But when we look at our sacred hoop, everything that's on the inside is everything that's super important to us, whether it's that day or whether it's all the time, but we add stuff to our sacred hoop, right? It's things that are important, things we love, things that matter, things we want to protect, okay? And then on the outside is all the things that might be coming and we allow on the inside, or things that come and they kind of bump us and they kind of, we interact with them, but we're not allowing them into the circle, okay? So what I'm being shown is whatever the situation is, there's outside influences is all I'm going to say, that are kind of like the scorpion stinger, right? And the pinchers trying to infiltrate your sacred space to kind of change the way you react to this or how you move forward through it. But it's like they want to poison the truth of the matter, okay? And the truth of the matter is, it's really not that big of a deal for you. But they're trying to like add drama to whatever this is, like in a major way. Like, I mean, major way. Use that. And the cool thing about scorpions and snakes and even poisonous spiders, the things that the poison that we take in, if we take it in as a controlled kind of thing, we can use it to make ourselves stronger and then be able to repel even more negative and more chaos away from us. So they're saying use the fact that this is being done to make you stronger, but also to make you more clear of mind to be able to see the actual truth of what's going on. Does that make sense for you?
It does, thank you.
Okay, well, they're like going sting, 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 and it's like, here's this hoop, right? And this thing is on the outside, and it's just stinging away, right? And you just keep doing this, pushing it away, okay? It's all you got to worry about. And just don't let it on the inside where it's mucking up the waters, it's mucking up your thinking, because it's not that big of a deal. And it's like, what is with people today? I actually said this to somebody the other day. Why are so many people into so much negative drama? It's like drama. I don't want, maybe it's because I'm older, I don't know, but I don't like the drama. I mean, what does it serve? Other than watching a TV show, drama, that's different. But it's like, I don't want drama in my life. It's like, I just want to do what I need to do to be the best me that I can be, right? Right? I mean, isn't that what we all wish for at some point? It's like, we just want, life is up, life can be down, life can be boring where it can be a straight line, because those are that's life, it's experience, that's what we go through. But seriously, drama people, like, we can't find our own drama, we don't need your drama. So they're telling me to tell you, put those boundaries up really tight, okay? And don't lose sight of what is real. Don't lose sight of the truth of the matter. Don't lose sight of who you are and what's important to you, because that's all that matters in the scheme of things with any of us. We're the ones walking in our own shoes. They're not, okay? And there's a point of listening to people, and, maybe throwing, well, this has happened to me or that's happened to me before, use it. Maybe you can learn something from it. And then there's a point of telling you and trying to be the boss of you. And I'm being told being the boss of you would not be a good thing. Like, somebody coming in and trying to bowl you over and trying to be the boss of you would not be a good thing. That would not be a good outcome for them. That's what I'm being told really, really loud. It's like, yeah, that's just not going to happen. And I get it, because I'm kind of the same way. People have been trying to be the boss of me for years, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like, why? You're not the boss of me. Unless I ask. If I ask you, that's a whole different ballgame, right? So that's your card. It makes sense for you? You have any questions before I let you go?
No, it's really good. Thank you.
Okay. Well, blessings, and thank you for sharing your time with me. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye, baby. That's so cool. I love having people on. It's a wonderful experience. And, there's so much negative out in the world right now. Seriously, people, don't focus on that. Focus on positive. And if you've got nothing but chaos and negativity around you, then maybe we all need to take a look at who we're surrounding ourselves with. I'm just saying, people that are negative and always bashing and always downplaying you and what you're thinking and what you're doing, sometimes there's a point where you just got to let it go. Get rid of it. Move away from it. You don't have to, you're not under obligation or contract to keep these people or situations in your life. Get rid of it. Change it up. All right. So I hope that's a lesson for all of us. And I know during these times of, like, especially with the pandemic going on and all these lockdowns everywhere and all this hatred that's in the world, push yourself away from it. Be a positive person. Put positive things out. I've gotten to the point where I don't even watch the news anymore because it's so negative. But it doesn't mean that I don't try to put out positives that other people can benefit from and grow from and help them through their days. And that's what we're all here for, to help and be here with each other. Okay? All right. It's Master Yoda. How are you, darling?
Evening, how's yourself?
I always love having you on here with me. It's such a blessing for me. You guys have no idea how much, you guys really don't. Our GD family, you guys have no idea what you've gotten me through in the past 2 years. You really, really don't. And you all are a very big blessing to me. And I love each and every one of you. And I love having you guys on here with me because I get to talk with you a little bit. All right, so let's see what I can pull for you today. If the Scarab card comes up, I think I'm going to call it a day. No, I'm just kidding. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Well, your card today, let me get a drink of water because I've been yakking too much. Smeg cup, guys. We haven't seen Smeggy in a while. All right. Prayer tie. Okay. Prayer tie. Now, if you don't know what a prayer tie is, within my culture, prayer ties are a little 1x1 square piece of cloth within my culture that we take and we place tobacco. Traditionally, it's tobacco. I put white sage and tobacco and a little bit of lavender. And you pull the 4 corners up and you twist them, right? And then you tie it with a white piece of cotton string and you hang it outside in a tree. You can use them for protection. I actually have the 4 corners of my home all protected, so I have a protective space. But basically what they are is they're an offering for spirit, thank you for my blessings, for please hear what I'm asking help for. It can be for ceremony, it can be for protection. And what I'm being told, and I think this is like coming up for you consistently recently, is your prayers, your wants, your needs, your desires, they're not any less than anybody else's, or they're not more than anybody else's. But they are being heard by the universe, by whatever we consider out there as sacred to you. Okay? So it's important to them. And by them, I mean spirit, family, God, creator, the universe, however you look at your life. Okay? It's important to them because it's important to you. Okay? Yeah. And they keep wanting, and I believe, because I don't remember exactly what was said to anybody ever, but I do believe that this is being told to you in different fashions, or shown to you in different fashions, different ways, because they keep needing to shore you up, to boost you up, to hold you up, to remind you, kind of just what I said, how special and important you are. And you may not think it in your own life, like when you're home and you're there, you know, and especially with the craziness in the world right now, it's
Exactly.
kind of like I get this feeling like you think, what's so big about me? What's so important about me? And these are kind of inner things, and I'm not going to go into more than that, but I think you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So they're trying to reassure you and tell you that you are this amazing soul. You may not think it, but others do. They may not always say it, but you are. Okay. You may not always feel it, but that's because we often sit in what we call, and listen to what I'm saying before you think about the word. Okay. It's because we sit in ego. Okay. And by ego, it means we're thinking about self and how we relate, not how others relate to us. Okay. So because we sit in ego, often we don't feel important. Now, I'm saying this, and I'm not saying you directly, but I have been there. This has been a struggle for me the past 3 years because of all the stuff that I have been going through. Okay. And I know you understand this. Okay. Because there are a lot of struggles physically, emotionally, mentally, everything kind of balls up. And it's really difficult when we can't do what we think we should be able to do, or we aren't who we think we should be. Okay. But then, and I will tell you this because this has happened to me this week, something happens and you can't explain it. And my house is full of spirit. And when they want to talk to me direct, it's like a big, right in the middle of the forehead, right? And I had a succession of things occur because it was like, what are you thinking? We love you. We care about you. And this is from spirit. And the way it showed up was like, okay, it's not coincidence. It's just not coincidence. Okay. So sometimes what we do is we block off about our role within the world because we are important as individuals. Everybody's important. The good, the bad, the indifferent, everybody has a role. Okay. But your role and your light from your soul's energy is so bright. You need to understand that. And this is why these type of cards and these type of readings that you've been getting from me here have been to kind of reassure you or remind. That's the word they just yelled. Remind, not reassure. Remind you of how important you are to so many. You may not feel it at times. You may not think it. You may not understand how or why or when, but you truly, truly are. And again, you have a spirit family that's around you that they're just like proud of you. You're important. You're needed. And this is something that I'm being told to share with you too. You may not realize it, but you are needed. I'm not sure why, and that's, I think, because they're not really showing me the why, because it's not my journey, it's your journey, but it's your journey to accept your life path as why you're needed, why you're special, I love you. To me, you're cool. I would, if we were neighbors or we lived in the same area, man, I'd be coming by, we'd be sitting having tea, or we'd be sitting having whatever. And, we'd be spending time, brother. We'd be spending time. Okay. And I feel very blessed because through this type of medium, like we're doing here right now through video, I can sit with you. I can share your space. And to me, that's a huge blessing. Okay. Whether you believe it or not, to me, that's a huge blessing. Okay. And that's the way I feel about everybody here. So you need to remember who you are and that you are important, and your soul is just as good as anybody else. You're not any less than. And matter of fact, I'd even put you up there as better than some of the people I've met over the years, because when I look at you, your soul energy is what I call pure. Like, I look at you and I see pure white light from your soul's energy. And I know that sounds weird, but that's how I view people when I look at them. And it's also what I feel from you. Like, I'm really comfortable. I've known you for years. It wouldn't be and we haven't physically known each other in the human form here on Earth. So, but I have known you. Okay. And I'm comfortable with you, and I'm comfortable to share whatever they have to share with you. So you need to put a smile on, remember how special you are. Okay. And know that you're very, very loved. Okay. And if you can, do me a huge favor and inbox me. And if you can't get to me on my page or whatever, inbox me your address, because I have something I want to send over to you. Okay. All right. I love you. I love you tons. Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Big hugs and kisses. Okay. Bye, baby.
Bye-bye.
All right. So, it's so important for people to know that, we're all special. We're all important. And it's just really, really important to remember that everybody here on the planet is connected in some way. We may not understand how or what our purpose is, but we all have purpose, and it's all a good purpose because it's about connection. All right, especially here on the GD family, share, like, and subscribe. All right, and remember, mugs are available over in the shop at Sean and Beck's at ghostdimension.uk/shop, I think it is. I'm so bad. I can never remember. Okay, Rihanna, no problem. Pip's always noisy. Okay, I'm going down. Hi, Colum, how are you? I see you there. Rob, I'll get you a card. Sure, I can get you a card. And I see some people up top. I'm going to add you guys also to the wheel for next week, because Sean was not available today. We're going to do the wheel from last week's names and this week's for a pull for a private reading with me. Okay, so I will make sure he adds those with the ones that were from last week as well. And I apologize, but they have the names and they have the wheel. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm telling you, you just can't make this up. This is the night of doubles. Okay, Rob, and I shuffled them. You saw me, you guys. I just shuffled them really well. 7th card for you, Rob, is the prayer tie. Okay, so for you with the prayer tie, what I'm being shown for you is you need to sit in a space and kind of evaluate what's really, really super important to you right now, that you need to happen, that you need to occur, that you want to occur, but it's like at the top of the list. And I'm being shown that there's a lot of things, and it's almost like I get this feeling of, like, when I look at you, your energy's kind of swirling because you're going from one thing to the next, and it's kind of like rapid fire. Like if you took a revolver barrel and you spun it, and it's going around and around and around and around, or a globe, right, sitting in a library, and you spun it and it's just spinning around, and it's really not stopping at anywhere particular, but I'm like going from this spot to that spot to this spot to that spot. And what I'm being told for you is you need to kind of sit down and center yourself and kind of think about what's really, really important for you to accomplish or to have happen, or whatever it is that it needs to be. And you need to center it, okay? And when you do, you need to put that up in thought, prayers, and manifestation, and kind of focus on that one thing for a little while. And once you do that and you kind of settle everything, you kind of settle your mind and you clear out the stuff that is not really super important right now, but you have clarity on it. That's when you put it up to manifest it. Okay. And then you don't change it up an hour later, a day later, a week later. You keep focusing on that and you put that up. Okay. And that's what I'm being shown for you today. You need to center, clear your mind, and focus, because right now you're everywhere but loose, every which way but loose. I think that was a Clint Eastwood movie. But they're saying, get clarity on it, center on it, focus on it, tie it up, put it out to the universe, and then continue to focus. And that's when, with the clarity, things will happen, things will begin to manifest. And that's your card today, Rob. And it's the prayer tie, and that's the second time that's come up today. All right, so, okay. All right. Let me go down. Cozy dark, how are we? Can we be orange? I don't know what that is. Okay. Let me go down. Craig, I love you, brother. I love you so, so much. And it's really funny because I was thinking about you yesterday, too. I was actually thinking about you last night, brother. Someone paid me a visit. It was really kind of strange how that happened. But let me pull a card for you today, okay? Thank you for stopping in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I tell you, there's no coincidences ever. I swear, no coincidence ever. And again, this card, this is the second time for this card today, too. Okay, the elemental of fire. Okay, with you, I feel that what they're showing me is that's where you are, as you're in the center of the fire. However, what I'm being told to remind you is that's a holy and sacred space. It's like the Holy Ghost. It's like the fire of God. It's like a blessing, and they're doing the sign of the cross for you, and it's a blessing. And it's like, don't lose the faith of who you are. You're important. You have things to do yet. And I know at this moment, at this time, it's not easy, and you feel literally like you're in the fire, in the frying pan, in the heat. And I'm being told by someone very loudly, you need to use that fire to motivate yourself. And remember that they are always around you and with you. They couldn't leave or move away from you if you tried to pry them away. Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, Holy Fire. And again, I'm getting the Johnny Cash Ring of Fire being sung like a Baptist church choir. So that's your card today, my brother. And I love you. And please know that I love you very, very much. Keep the faith, brother. Keep the faith. All right. So let me go down a little bit more. Okay. Bear, that's okay. What am I missing? Hi, Steve Ferrum. How are you? All right. Natalie, I'm really glad you came on. That was so much fun to have you here. Okay. I am okay. I am okay. Okay, so, and thank you, Miss Cindy, for your super sticker. I'm sure the kids will greatly appreciate that. Woohoo! Okay, and Miss Cindy, Dan, and Mel have private readings coming up with me this week because they won them last week. So that will be put in the board here for you guys too. All you guys that are giving me super stickers for the kids, you'll be put in a draw for free readings with me. Okay, let's see. I'm going down a little bit. Going down a little bit. Hey, oh. Good question. I saw Juju. How are you? I see Nana. I see you. Well, actually, Rob, I haven't really gotten any of my figurines or my totems as recently here in the States. But Carrie Greenaway, who I told you guys, she's over by Sean and Beck's in that area. She gets them shipped to me, and I get them probably within 5 to 7 days when I purchase them. And I've purchased some big ones from her as well. Let me reach behind my, oh, hang on. Let me see. Oh, I know she's here. Oh, nope, she's not. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Hang on. This was one of my big, huge crystals that I got from her this past year, the beginning of the year. It's a quartz crystal. And I got it after I got it from her, like it came like within a week from the UK. And it's really not bad. And the shipping she charges is really inexpensive. She has a lot of figurines there, carved figurines, and they're really good. I mean, as I said, I've gotten the skulls from her. Also got some really cool hedgehogs from her, which I've never ever seen. I've gotten snakes from her for people that were gifts that I gave away. And she's very reputable and she's very reasonable. So yeah, stop over there. And if you don't know what it is or you don't see something that you want, just let her know. And I'll post it in group, Rob, so you know where she's at. And she's very, very reasonable. And again, I trust her, so it's a good source. But yeah, I don't really, she'll find whatever it is you're looking for. She's found stuff for me too. So that's Carrie Greenaway from Spirit. Oh, I can't remember. I'll post it. I swear to God, I'll post it. My brain is just fried today. All right, so let me go down a little bit longer. You're very welcome, Natalie. Yep. That's who I use. Carrie Greenaway. Thank you, Francis. Appreciate your super sticker. No, Deanna, you actually won something that I mailed out to you. I think it was a couple weeks ago when I mailed it out. So nope, I don't think you got a reading for me. Not this time around. Anyway, I want to thank all of you. Cindy Plume, hello. Cindy Plume down in Florida. I hope you are well and staying safe. All right. I love all of you. It's been over an hour that I've been on. So with that said, many blessings to you all. Thank you for spending your time here with us on Ghost Dimension while I do some reads. And I hope you had a nice cuppa and relaxed a little bit and got some spiritual insight. For now, bear out, guys. Love you. Till next week. Bye. Thank you for tuning in today, and make sure to share, like, and subscribe to us and become part of the Ghost Dimension family here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. My name is Bear Medicine Walker, and I approve of this message.
Hello and welcome. I'm Bex.
And I'm Sean, and together we are Ghost Dimension, a paranormal investigative show that explores the most haunted locations in the world. You can watch us on
Amazon,
Pluto TV,
also the Roku channel,
or even our own YouTube channel. So please make sure you tune in, check it out, or visit our website at www.ghostdimension.co.uk. And let's see you all very soon.